So, hi everyone. I'm Elizabeth from Sacred Earth and Storm School, and I've got with me the most amazing, beautiful Paula, and we are going to do this program together. Yay! Paula is also, I just want to give a little bit of background. She lives in South Africa in the most incredible place and community that's very earth aware in many ways. People are drawn there to create with the earth. Very inspiring place and community. So I'm really privileged to have Paula to join me on this program. And we really just were saying, I'd love to, these programs are really created from the future. It's really, because that's how the earth functions, right? And the plant kingdoms and everyone. And so sometimes it's a bit harder to get it for us in our bodies at the moment. We'll get more used to it, but it's like it feels very unknown, which it is, because there's no reference point really from the past, as to compare it to something that we've already done. So it's really this new way of creating from the future that's new to us. So it's new to me and Paula as well, but we are setting the intention and we're holding a certain connection as channels to bring in this information and parts of ourselves, etc. So it's just really helpful to perhaps speak about it a bit more so that anyone who may be interested or guided to do this program, they in their bodies can have more of a sense of it. And also the earth and the plant kingdoms can perhaps communicate more easily through us. So I just want to, so that's really the intention of this just chat that we're having, other than just it's always awesome to be with Paula and it's great fun. So I just want to give a little bit of background from my side as to how I was inspired to do this program about the light coming in. And, Paula did this beautiful reel for us. And at the end, it says, the time is now to start holding a higher frequency of light. Our bodies are ready. And that really hit me and my heart actually very strongly. I thought, oh, this is a brilliant summary actually of this program. So, the bodies will participate with it. It's a very grounded experience. And often we think, how do you create with the earth? Yes, you love being in nature and stuff, but this is a different level where the body as part of the earth is actively, participating with us. And it is really about the body. So as we know, there's this kind of like upgrade of frequency that we had on the eclipse. And it's so beautiful because Paula just got this inspiration and awareness to remind us all that today, the 8th of April, is exactly a year since we had that massive eclipse that everyone will remember and spoke about, that happened in the States. So isn't that so interesting? That we're having this talk and this connection, and we also do a short process to connect more with these energies of the program. But it's very interesting about the eclipses, hey. And what this program really came to me after the eclipse that we just had on the 29th, which said that there's a huge upgrade in our nervous system, and with this Neptune moving into Pisces, out of Pisces, we clearing out these programming. It's almost like stuff that's been in our body and in the cells of our body, blocking the light. So this is very, very exciting. So and maybe Paula can also speak about it a bit more because she's very connected to Atlantis as well at the moment. But, for me, when I think about the light, as we know, it's a scientific fact that light actually we're emitting light out of every cell nucleus. It's an actual process. And what happens is, in very layman terms, as I would explain it, is that it's all to do about water in our body. So the water goes from unstructured to structured. And in that structuring, it then takes on geometric patterns and holds information. And that we get from our thoughts, our beliefs, our environment, the earth where we live, etc. So it's a very complex process, but it then holds the structure in the water in every cell, and then in the body actually. And then when that water hits the cell membrane, there's an activation that happens where the cell actually decodes the geometric patterns and the information in the cell. And in that process, the light gets released. So, it literally is this thing about us holding this frequency then. So if we hold the frequency of different beliefs, different, patterns that are maybe more aligned, the light that we emit is also different, or there's more light that can be emitted. And when I went to Peru for the first time, I remembered so clearly, how they would choose the next Inca. And this also happens with the Dalai Lama, according to legend, but for me it's totally true, is that, there was no thing about who's going to be the best Inca. They would select, say, from different areas, different so-called tribes or whatever, different people that would be possibilities or sign up for it or say that they're willing to take this on and be a vessel. But then what happens is they would go through different processes, and eventually the person that would start literally shining, they would be emitting light. The person would spontaneously, I get goosebumps now, Paula probably remembers it too. So there would be a time during that process where the person would just automatically, instinctively light up. And there'd be huge celebrations because they would know who the new Inca is. So it was a function of light, and the Dalai Lama, all of them. So it's this thing about light coming out. We've had a memory of it. I remember Lemuria, Atlantis, probably too. Of us being so-called the shining ones, and we would shine light out of our bodies. It would be a physical fact, and I think that's what the earth really wants us to know, is that it happens in our body, but as we become more aware, we'll see it more, be more aware, but also it's going to be a physical process where we literally it will not be strange, but we will be literally light beings in the body, but it will be emitting light. It sounds kind of interesting. It's like we'll be, and in that, it's almost like we're revealing our divinity. So I don't want to go too much on about it, but also like those who saw my just chat to Renee Geldenhuis, who's coming to Easter Island with me, and she was saying as a child she would sit in a cupboard and practice emitting her light. She would actually physically practice this. It was like a memory. And she always knew that as a being, as a child, she would make people feel very calm just by being with them. It was like a knowing that she's got this frequency, and this is the potential for us to hold this light. When you hold this light, it's like you literally light up your environment. Those people, those situations that are maybe having challenges or it's difficult, they will receive that. There's such a beautiful contribution, not just for us, but by being able to allow this light to come through, will have this positive effect on us, our environment, our families, our friends. Wherever we go, you sit somewhere waiting at the dentist, whatever, you can just do this light, and we probably are doing it already, but we're not conscious of it. So that's kind of the vision for the program, because the earth and the plants will help us and are helping us already, but it's like, we can, it's not just something to do, it's something that you can really then walk forward with and be this more advanced aspect of yourself. And then just the last thing that I want to say is, some of you may follow him, and he's done amazing research, Robert E. Grant, and he talks about this thing of, the pyramids and Da Vinci. And in his decoding of the Da Vinci, the Last Supper, and also the Vitruvian Man, there's this whole thing about, the symbols of ancient knowledge of the balance between the masculine and the feminine, and it's linked to Orion, etc. But the big thing with the thing of the light is that it's for us to balance our masculine and feminine aspects, and when we are in that divine balance, we're in our divinity. So this program for me is also very much about the light, is about stepping into the true memory and the acknowledgement that we are divine and we are divine beings. It's really this thing of acknowledging our own divinity, which is kind of encoded in the Last Supper and all of it. It's all just signs coming from ancient Egypt and beyond, saying, remember, you're divine. You know, you are so much more. So yeah, brilliant. So Paula, so maybe do you want to just say also your perspective or anything that comes up or around this or anything else?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm like, the whole time while you're speaking, I'm like, so many thoughts and visions coming in. And I'm just so excited to, first of all, be here because I love co-creating with you. It's just like this magic that happens when we come together. We have so much fun.
We're a good team, hey? I tell you what.
And we have so much fun because we're done with all the blah, blah, old stories. And so we just love it. So I just want to bring that frequency of fun in for this experience too, because life is just so serious. And the theme that's been coming through for the last 2 years in my world through my guides have been that it's so important for us to really step into and allow. It's more less than a stepping into, more of a allowing all of who you are to shine through, all of your greatness, your divinity, your multidimensional being that you are, this infinite being of light, all of that to shine through and to not get distracted by the density and the chaos of this current and older worlds. So for me, this is all about really allowing the body to be supported in a whole nother way so that we can be fully grounded in this human experience, yet fully tapped and tuned into our cosmic potential as well. And very recently, at the time of the planetary alignment on the 25th of Jan, on the 26th of Jan, I got taken involuntarily, it just happened, into very deep 2-hour channeling. And I was shown, which was really profound, and it came in now when you were talking about remembering from Lemuria and Atlantis. They showed me in Atlantis how our frequency worked. And that some people had, like, everybody's channels were permanently open. So the gift that telepathy was immense. And so there was no questioning, am I psychic? Am I this? We all were just open channels with our gifts being fully activated. And I was shown the most beautiful images of some of the people near and dear to me of how their gifts worked. And we work deeply with the waters, and we know the waters as who we are in our bodies. It's part of the cosmos, it's part of Mother Earth. And we are being called into a radical responsibility of our own bodies and the waters in our bodies. And in order for our light to go through this beautiful process and alchemy that it goes through in our vessel, we need to support our bodies in a whole nother way. And I think this program is going to allow that to happen, because the image they showed me, when we look after the physical body, when we nurture it, because in our lymph and in our excess weight and all those things, there's so much of the toxicity still sitting. And by doing these processes, we are actually allowing it to shift and release out of our body. And when we do that and we walk barefoot on Mother Earth, it's like the cosmic frequencies can just flow freely through this vessel, because our bodies are transmitters. It's incredible channels.
Yes.
And and we are all channels. And it's time for us now to remember. About 2 weeks ago, they were driving the absolute batty the one day, the Atlanteans. They were literally just coming into saying the whole time, remembering. And this is where we are now. We are here now to literally take off this armor of old stories, protection, restrictions, whatever that is, and allow this light to shine out, just fully out of our beings and into the world, because this is what we've come to do in this lifetime for the earth, for our evolution. So it's exciting times, and how much more fun? How much more fun can we have? While we are allowing this to start blooming through us.
Yeah, beautiful. And like you were saying about this thing of also being visible, like we were chatting about this just before we came on. This thing of us showing up and being visible and feeling safe, because we have all these old blah blah memories, stories from the past where we were killed or it wasn't safe or blah blah blah, but all of that can go now, and for the bodies to get it as well, that we are safe. It's safe for us to be seen, because for me, when you said about that's coming up, such a theme, and maybe you can talk about that a bit as well, but really the ultimate thing of being seen is to know that you are light. But in a physical body, the body is light too. So this thing of being visible, and when we have these talents and abilities that you were talking about, and the Atlanteans are so on it, which I totally get. Thank heavens. Let's live our abilities and talents, and we all know we have it, and it's all unique. But there was this deep fear and kind of almost like inability to really reveal it, because we didn't feel safe and we didn't want to be visible. So I really get this program, as you were saying, that's so beautiful, it gives me goosebumps, is for people to be able to become more visible. So those who know, and it's not an ego thing, it's absolutely not about that. It's about actualizing and realizing yourself so that you can be this amazing light for yourself, but also the world and this planet and the earth. It's a responsibility. I love what you said, radical responsibility. It's a radical responsibility. So I just want to say, anyone watching this video, if you feel that you are not seen, there's something in you, in your frequency, that you can change to bring more light in, to allow more light to come out so that you can become visible in the world. And please do this now. This is your divine responsibility and privilege. Do you want to talk about that a bit more, or anything that comes up around that? I feel that's really important now. It's an important shift that we're making also as humanity,
For sure. And also visible. To know that our souls chose to go through this initiation of not being able to shine a light, not feeling so much fear and contraction around it. And it happens as much in the feminine as in the masculine. I see it all over. Like just this fear and not being able just to take that step. And you know what? We've got it. This is where we are now. Our souls signed up for it. So you've got all the support from the greater cosmos and the beyond realms and from the earth. We are being so supported, and this is the time. And it feels so cliched already, but it's really the time. And you will feel it. It's calling you forward, and you will feel it. And I can try and ignore it, but they become so persistent and insistent that I'm like, okay, I'm listening now. So it's really just we are the only thing that's blocking this, the ultimate expansion and ascension and awakening of humanity. So why not let's just step into this and have the most fun while we are doing this for ourselves first, and for humanity, and then for the earth and the world.
Yeah, brilliant. And I just want to say, also in doing this, we all get that it is still daunting because of the old programming in the body that's going and really has gone. But there's support of the earth and the plant kingdom. So I always talk about the plant kingdoms. For me, why our planet is so phenomenal is that we have a very advanced plant kingdom on this planet, through evolution and just through how, our kind of true history. And what those plant kingdoms have done is they have created into the future multiple, infinite possibilities of futures. They've already seeded it out for us as a humanity, and we always have free will, and therefore, but they have created a spectrum. And so, once we make a choice that's moving towards evolution and moving forward as a humanity, the support is there already. They've kind of almost like, created that support already. So when we're working with the plants like the rosemary, and I was really guided, and it's funny, they all have rose in them. I didn't kind of quite realize. So it's like the roses, which we know hold the highest frequency, maybe with the lotus or whatever so called. Rosemary, which is very clear thinking, but also protective, blah, blah. And then the RoseGeranium, which is also very feminine. So it's going to be an interesting thing to see how those kingdoms will support us. But what I love about it is, on these programs, whenever I do a plant connection on the program, it's like things can just happen miraculously and you don't even need to know. And I love that. You know what I mean? They are the allies. So that when you kind of think, oh, I can't do this, I still feel a lot of fear. It's like they step up and they can work with us in our dream states. They work on so many levels. They are like the shamans that hold our hand, and they can create miracles. And I'd like to they really want us to know that miracles are possible. and for us to just entertain that possibility. And you don't have to create it yourself. You're co-creating it. It's just a function of receiving from them and allowing them to do their magic, and it can be easy. And it can be, the outcome can be miraculous, truly miraculous, without it being any expectation, but it's just how frequency can work. But to have them as allies, I mean, I just always feel so reassured. It's like I feel all I need to do is do my bit, which is actually not a lot, and the rest gets taken care of. And that's what I feel. That's what's so beautiful, is this magical dance with the plant kingdom and the earth.
Absolutely. And what's come in as well is, and the whole time when you've spoken about, like when we started chatting about the program and speaking about the rose and the rosemary and RoseGeranium, the word that comes in the whole time for me, because we associated with that as well, because it works in the highest frequency of love. And in order for our light to expand and emit at its fullest potential, we need to be anchored in our highest frequency of love. So the two goes together, they're not independent of each other. And it's so interesting because as we were birthing this program, like yesterday, I've got one rose that's popped up, a red rose, and I took a video for you that I'll share afterwards. And this morning after the rain, it's open. It's literally been open through the night, and it's got the water drops on. So it's arriving right on time for this experience as well. For us.
I get goosebumps when you talk about it. That is so absolutely beautiful. Yeah, so I just want to really acknowledge the plant kingdom and, the flowers and these amazing beings that are in our environment. But we can do so much more with them. It's lovely to have a rose garden, but hey, you can actually start having a personal relationship with that rose garden, which you kind of have, but there's so many infinite levels. And that's what's so lovely when, Paula works with the cosmic, which is, this is the true level of the cosmic heart, which is infinite. It's out there. And I mean, I just get so excited because, now's the time to live.
For sure, absolutely. I'm like, what else is going to happen that we can't even imagine through? Our little human brain is what the cosmic guides always say, and not in a derogatory way, but just like our brains can't even grasp of what we are part of and what we have access to, and just the infinite possibilities. It's just so exciting.
Brilliant. Oh, I love it. So, Paula, maybe we can do a process, if you don't mind, because you are, this just feels so aligned. Perhaps we can tune into that cosmic and just do a process and see what comes up, if you don't mind channeling or whatever is appropriate for you, because as we were talking about it, I just feel this massive expansion of the cosmic heart, and us to have some sense of what we can start to create for ourselves, but also on this program, we can really consciously tap into it with intention and choice. Because as we know, everything's a choice, we can magnify. So can we do some kind of process and let's just see what comes in? Hey, of connecting to that cosmic, just that expansion, because it's like to be these light vessels, there's an expansion. And I mean, you Sagittarius, and I just really feel that sense of this expansion of Jupiter, for us to know that we're bigger, but to consciously also expand our field, our blueprint, our etheric. It's like we've been in straitjackets, and now we can really start to consciously also allow the body to feel like it's really big. And the vastness of that.
I think what is so amazing, the more and more I in this work, the more and more I understand just the power of our intention. Just through our intention alone, we can just close our eyes and connect to the infinite possibilities of the whole universe, the cosmos. Like, this is the power that we hold. We are, each person on this earth living today are true alchemists. Like energy, and I've seen the most incredible images before. Energy is continuously flowing in and out of us the whole time. And we are these complex instruments. Our bodies are these complex instruments. And science have not even scratched the surface of what our capabilities are. But the one thing that I do know that holds immense power is no matter what's happening anywhere in your space and time, wherever you find yourself, you can be in the craziest chaos. But just by closing your eyes and creating the intention of deep connection and connecting from your heart to the universe. It's there, you're instantly in it.
Yeah.
So this is why it's so profound. I obviously teach a much deeper process, which happens in closed containers. Yes. But just coming into the intention already, we can just lock it in. And that's what's so powerful. And I think this is what resonates a lot with your work as well, is just we are directing this energy the whole time. So I think for setting and anchoring in the possibilities that's available to us through this program, we can literally just go into a space and close our eyes together and just feel the frequency, because that frequency is there for us right now. And it's something we choose.
Yeah, so that's also, just before we do that, I just wanted to say is that part of the intention of doing this was to also just, for anyone who's watching, and they may not even decide to do the program or do the program, it's appropriate for them also, for us all to receive from this, because that's what it's also meant to, you know, it works on many levels. So it's about the program and us and that ever, and that's great, but also the program will create, but you know, everyone can receive from it. As you say, it's just intention. And that for me is so Atlantean as well. You know, that intention. And it's the power of the mind, the logos, you know, that's connecting. And inside the heart, it's like they're not separate or connected even. They're inside each other. The logos is in the heart. The mind is in the heart. They're one. You know, and there's that balance of masculine and feminine. Brilliant.
Absolutely.
Okay, my darling. So, yeah.
I just want to bring one more thing in. So how it's been shown, and this has been such an interesting theme because it's alive. You know, whatever we experience in our own world is alive for the collective consciousness, as we all know. And there is just a pull on our energies that we don't have to play into. So I think through this beautiful process, just to help people to come back to that central power that is there always. You never cut off from your power. There is no such thing. It is there always. It's just for you to remember that you've got access to it all, always. And this is where the mind comes in. You use that clear intention. And intention is more than that, just that. It's that vibrational frequency that we send out. So it's really just to bring us all into that frequency. So this for me is the biggest life hack that anybody can apply anywhere, no matter where, what's happening in your world. You can just go and access it right here, right now, you know. And there's a distortion in the field. People think that yes, anything you can master, you get better when you spend more time in it. But you don't have to wait for the next 20, 30 years. It's here right now for you.
Exactly.
And it starts with intention. You know, you don't have to go get stuck somewhere for 40 years to get to that place. It's here now for us.
Absolutely. And we all are that. And it's so easy. Yeah.
It is so easy. That's the point. It's easy. It's right here for us. Yeah. It's just a switch.
I love it. Great. I love it. Great. Okay, so let's see what shows up, and let's just do a short process and receive, as you say, and connect to whatever comes. And the plants are really with us, and they would love to have a greater relationship with humanity, you know, in a different way as co-creators.
For sure. Plants are amazing. I love it.
Brilliant.
So just allowing yourself to come into awareness with yourself. And we use our breath always. It's the most simplest technology that we have, but the most potent. So just allowing yourself to breathe in and out in your own rhythm. And as you're taking that slow breath in through the nose, inviting in the beautiful frequency of the cosmos. It's all in you and around you, but with our awareness, we're becoming alive to it. So breathing in this beautiful, beautiful, gentle, powerful frequency. It's coming in by the nose and going into every cell in your body, waking it up, remembering, opening, allowing, and then breathing out any of the old stories, the densities, old structures. Just letting it be, release it with so much love and gratitude. And as you're breathing in and out, just feeling in every cell in your body how it's becoming alive with the renewal energy, ancient knowing that has always been part of you, that you sometimes just can't access because the density of the mind space can take the lead. But your whole body knows. And as you're breathing in and out, you can feel your oneness with everything around you, within and below and above. You're never separate. You're always part of. The cosmos lives literally in every cell in your body. If you take your focus into one little cell, it starts looking like a galaxy on its own. So within every cell, you hold the wisdom of the whole cosmos. And when you take your focus out, as you're breathing in and out, and then you take your focus and you rise above yourself where you're sitting right now, and you rise and you take a bigger scope and you see yourself in the greater cosmos, this beautiful bright star that you are part of. And as you're breathing in and out, you can see your own light expanding, becoming brighter and brighter, and it starts touching the other star next to you and another one, and then it touches the galaxy. And just by you breathing and being alive to who you are and what you've got access to, you are giving life. There's so much more around you and within you. And then bringing your energy back into the body again. And as you're breathing in and out, feeling more expanded, lighter, more open, more ready. And bringing that awareness into the heart. And breathing in the cosmic, ancient wisdom into the heart space. And feeling how this light with every breath is expanding and expanding and expanding into every cell of your body. And allowing yourself to just drop into this beautiful frequency, the I am frequency. And from here, we're just opening also your connection to Mother Earth. So sending this frequency from the heart down into the legs and the root chakra and out into Mother Earth. And feeling that deep connection. And you can see how this beautiful frequency is like it's liquid gold, nearly, and it's flowing through all the systems and rivers and crystalline structures, mycelium, and it's just this beautiful energy. So you are one, your frequency, it's infused in Mother Earth, and then from that space, from the center of her being and her heart, she's sending all her love back to you through the same channel. You can feel it coming in by the feet, in by the root chakra, until it locks into your heart space. And as you're breathing in and out, you give this beautiful sigh, like just this deep sigh of wow, that you're so supported and held. She holds you, she nourishes you, she provides always through her kingdoms, all the kingdoms, the mineral, the elemental, the plant, the animal, the waters, the sacred waters. So as her light and her energy comes into your body, you can just feel the surge of life force in a whole other way. It locks into your heart space. And from here, we're sending it up your golden channel, out by the crown, and then high. You just see this beautiful light frequency shooting up into the realms, all the way locking into the divine sun. And as it locks in, there's another deep breath in, and then it starts pouring down into you, the ancient wisdom of all the lifetimes. The wisdom, some of it's not even been recorded at a human level yet, but just allowing it all just to pour in and for your soul to open up to that ancient wisdom of all the lifetimes, all the timelines. May we start remembering from this moment and set into motion this huge opening to all that we were born to be and we're always going to be, and just allowing that bravery to unlock within us. And as it comes in, just feeling it lock into your beautiful heart frequency, the seat of the soul. So right now, this energy is locked into the heart, and you're supported from above and below, Mother Earth. So you're sitting in the center of all that is right now. And you're feeling this light frequency as the two frequencies merge, and then your soul frequency at the center of all of it. You're sending it back into every cell in your body from your heart space. Every cell in your body. And then into every system in your body, the lymphatic, the muscles, the skeletal, the blood, all the organs, into every part of the body, the bones, the skin. And from here, we're sending this incredible frequency through every layer of the aura, all the different layers, and then you're sealing off your bubble with this beautiful golden frequency of connection, protection, provision. And you are always resourced, you're always held, you're always supported, you're always protected. So as we're breathing in, and then through the center of your heart, we're just emitting it out into your personal bubble, and then to every person that will listen to this recording, to just send and be this beautiful channel for all the frequencies, all the purity of the potentials, the limitless possibilities, and then of course the highest frequency of all, which is love. May we remember that we are love, that we come from love, and that we're here to share the love. So just sending that out into the world at large, into Mother Earth again, back into the cosmos, and back to yourself. And then taking a deep breath in and out. Feeling grounded, feeling connected, feeling ready. And one more breath in. And out. And anchoring in the perfection of the moment that we're sitting in. That it's time. The time is now. I'm just taking one more breath in. I'm just holding for a moment with every cell in the body. Just locking it in and out. And when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes and have a sip of water.
Oh, wonderful. Do you know, I felt such balance, hey, at the end. Most beautiful balance, like horizontal and vertical. It's like heaven on earth. That's kind of what came to me is being in heaven and earth at the same time. It's so beautiful. Wow, thank you.
That's exactly it. That is what we have access to all the time. And I say these days because I really understand it, what it means for us all when we unlock multidimensionalness, that you walk in all worlds at the same time.
Yeah.
It's not something that you just on a retreat access or when you're in a program access. It's here for us all the time. And it's all coming through choice. So, and I hope through this program, people will learn to really allow that in a much deeper way, that there is no difference or separation between us and Mother Earth and the cosmos. We are all really, truly one organism. Oh, and there is no separation. Amazing.
Yeah. And the lightness now in my body, thank you. You know, it's like I'm feeling, it's like the cells are starting to wake up and going, yay!
No, absolutely. And the thing is, in the program, I will do a much deeper activation. There's another whole other level to it that we didn't access now, which goes into just a much wider part of our original frequency and what we've got.
Amazing. And thank you so much for your generosity in sharing this amazing process, Paula.
The greatest love.
So fabulous. And so looking forward to being together. And so we're starting on the full moon, which is on the 12th, 13th, but we're starting on the 12th. And on that day, Venus is also going forward. So, you know, there's a beautiful, this beautiful kind of support on a planetary level, cosmic level. And just thank you for being part of my life and on this planet. And also your amazing partner, Weber. That's really, I can feel his presence so strongly. Both of you holding the masculine and feminine so strongly.
And the same to you, just like making this possible for everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. So my sister, we're looking forward to it, and let's create. Oh, go create.
Absolutely. Yay.
So lots of love, and to everyone watching. And yes, come and join the program. Be curious. There's no qualification. Isn't it brilliant, hey? No more qualifications for anything. Just being you qualify.
Yeah, totally. That's a blah blah from the old school. No,
Yeah,
we literally
so
qualify.
blah, blah.
Just by being human, you qualify. No.
Yeah. Oh man.
Amazing.
Lots of love. Thank you, Paula.
Thank you. Thank you,
See you soon.
too.
Bye.